The Arsenal birds were massive unmanned aerial vehicle carriers with wingspans of 1,100 meters featured in Ace Combat 7. Known officially as the Aerial Arsenal ships, they were a class of unmanned aerial warships that functioned as airborne aircraft carriers. While they could receive commands from air or ground-based control centers, they mostly operated autonomously using an onboard AI. They were capable of carrying up to 80 MQ-101s at once. When these drones were launched, they were dropped from their holds in the carrier's wings before flipping over and unfolding their wings to take flight. Instead of jet engines, the Arsenal birds utilized two large electrically powered contra-rotating propellers for thrust, which can provide long endurance. Arsenal birds were additionally equipped with a microwave-powered dome that featured a large rectenna that received microwave energy, which served as their main source of electrical power. The dome also doubled as a central component of the carrier's main defensive mechanism, called the Active Protection System. The Gander is another fictional aircraft from Ace Combat C, Skies of Incursion. The Gander was the prototype of the Gleipnir manufactured by Lasat. Following the trend of Norse mythological naming of Lasat's experimental weapons, the name Gander appears to be a shortened form of Jormungandr, the world serpent that is slain by Thor in Ragnarok, who later dies after being poisoned by it. The Gander possessed thrust 20 times more powerful than a regular fighter and was theoretically capable of annihilating entire fleets. The Gander was forced into early service following a strict order by Liasat's military command, despite opposition from its engineers. While an Aurelian fleet, escorted by Falco 1, was en route to Griswold, the Gander quickly annihilated the fleet with an SWBM. Falco 1 quickly engaged the Gander along with the Chimera squadron sent to protect it. The airborne fortress was ultimately sunk after a long battle.
3, 2, 1, impact! Trying to destroy the SWBM. As long as the SWBM exists, the safety of all Allied troops remains in question. Airborne fortress missile launched. Please hurry! Strike now! Fortress's SWBM has gone up in flames. It can't be. The airborne fortresses. Engine 1, Engine 2, Engine 3. All engines are down. We can't maintain altitude. So, this is the end then. We did it. The mission was a success.
The Gleipnir is a fictional aircraft introduced in Ace Combat X, Skies of Deception serving as one of the more prominent aircraft in the game. The Gleipnir, pronounced as Gleipnir, is named after a magical bind from Norse mythology, which restrained the legendary wolf Fenrir. The name matches the aircraft's link with the Fenrir, as the Fenrir was restrained from its full potential until the Gleipnir's battle data was used to develop its weaponry and capabilities, such as the optical camouflage and LSWM. Like other giant aircraft from the strange real world, the Gleipnir was intended to completely annihilate hostile targets and frighten enemy troops with its incredible firepower. Because of its gargantuan size, it was developed as an amphibious aircraft, able to take off from both land and large bodies of water such as oceans and rivers. The Gleipnir was considered an airborne fortress by both its operators and opponents. The Orgoi is a fictional airborne aircraft carrier featured in Ace Combat Joint Assault. The name Orgoi is a Mongolian term, which could be loosely interpreted as treasure or prize in reference to something highly coveted or advanced in nature. An airborne aircraft carrier, the Orgoi is an airship physically resembling an enlarged B-2A Spirit bomber with crooked outer wings. It was intended to complement the Spiritus raw firepower with the ability of ferrying fighter squadrons, deploying them through an exposed hangar in its rear section. Despite their size, they were highly agile, easily hovering into stalling speeds and moving sideways if needed. Orgois are armed with an assortment of anti-air guns and missile launchers on their airframe, along with a weapons bay for air-to-surface attacks on their underside. They are powered by two giant engines on their trailing edges that emit purple flames, hinting at an extreme temperature output.
Let them get away again. There are two outputs on the back end of the target's main wings. Destroy them. Deploy anti-air missile. Shoot those dogs down. Interest, incoming missile. Those AA missiles have high-end tracking abilities. Fortunately, they're slow. Watch their vector and evade. Shouldn't be difficult for you.
Bandit acquired.
Engine output failing. We can't put out fire.
Hostile unit destroyed.
The end of Orgoi. Confirmed. Target destroyed. Great flying on Terrace.
The P112 Aigaion, also known as the Great Shadow, is a fictional heavy command cruiser introduced in Ace Combat 6, Fires of Liberation. The Aigaion and her escorts are named after the Hekatoncheires, the 100-handed giants who were the offspring of Gaia in Greek mythology and fought with the Titans. Aigaion, also known as Briareos, ruled over sea storms and was the offspring of Gaia, the earth, and Uranus, the sky. Today, the reference exists in the Greek name for the Aegean Sea. Physically resembling a giant manta ray, the girth of the Aigaion forces it to operate as a seaplane, as conventional takeoff would be impossible. Its main weapons are the Nimbus cruise missiles, which allow it to engage aerial and ground targets at near-continental ranges, and is armed with an array of anti-air cannons, AAM launchers and flak guns dotted across the lower, upper and rear fuselage. It is powered by a fossil fuel core built beneath the main canopy, which propelled 24 engines arranged in rows of 6 on its trailing edges, allowing it to operate for 3-day periods before refueling.
Target locked. For the fifth engine stopped. Moby Dick's engine at 25% capacity. 5 engines remaining on Moby Dick. 1 engine remaining on Moby Dick. All engines on Moby Dick destroyed. All engines stopped. Aim for Moby Dick's front cockpit. Target locked. We got hostiles on our 12. Moby Dick cockpit destroyed. Moby Dick's power core confirmed. This is it. Destroy the core. Missile away. Core destroyed. Moby Dick has been shot down. Enemy air fleet destroyed. Good job. All right. Crushing their air forces should slow them down. Respect for the brave fighters.
The P-1113 Cottos is fictional aircraft featured in Ace Combat 6. The name Cottos is derived from another gigante from Greek mythology, reinforcing the theme of powerful and nearly unstoppable forces in the game. Both Cottos units first joined the formation with the Aigaion during the Emeria-Slovakia War around the time of the invasion of Greece Emeria. Throughout the war, both Cottos units continued to support the Aigaion until the aerial fleet was ambushed by the Republic of Emeria Air Force, and both units sunk into the Fuscum Sea, nearby the Glava Islands. Their primary function was to provide electronic support measures to the aerial fleet. Like the Aigaion, they fall under the jurisdiction of the Slovakian Navy and were built using technology provided by Balkan war veteran Lawrence Riedel. In the Mission Heavy Command Cruiser, a wax ghost eye refers to the Cottos as an electronic support system.
ECM pod activated. Missile evaded.
The P-1114 Gyges is a fictional aircraft featured in Ace Combat 6. The name Gyges comes from a figure in Greek mythology, known for his power and ability to remain unseen, which ties in with the stealth elements of the aircraft. Their primary role is to provide covering fire via constant barrages of anti-air weaponry, including anti-air guns and surface-to-air missiles. They are also noticeably swifter in movement compared to the Aigaion and 2 Cottos units, letting them quickly get into defensive positions to provide anti-air support. Like the Aigaion, they fall under the jurisdiction of the Slovakian Navy and were built using technology provided by Balkan war veteran Lawrence Riedel. Both Gyges units first joined the formation with the Aigaion during the Emeria-Slovakia War around the time of the invasion of Greece Emeria. In the Mission Heavy Command Cruiser, when the player destroys a Gyges unit, a wax ghost eye can be heard referring to it as an aerial battleship.
Aerial Battleship number 1 down. It's going down. Critical hit to the Aerial Battleship. Enemy destroyed. Enemy destroyed. Target down. Keep on that
The Sky Fortress is a fictional aircraft introduced in 1992 Ace Combat. It is the first super weapon of the Ace Combat series. The Sky Fortress is an airborne aircraft carrier capable of launching fighters and interceptors. During the battle with Scarface Squadron, it would constantly deploy F-22s to combat the threat. Whenever one was shot down, it would almost immediately deploy another in its place. In appearance, it bears a resemblance to the XB-0 Hresvelgr from Belka. However, its airframe is thinner than the Hresvelgr. Said aircraft are presumably stored within the ship and are loaded into a catapult at its front. It is propelled by 4 massive engines located on its wings. The ship is armed with several air-to-air missile launchers and anti-air guns, which are placed on its wingtips and the plane's central area. The weapons, once destroyed, would seemingly respawn.
Enemy in sight. Locked on target. Bingo! Yahoo!
Caution.
Enemy in sight.
Caution.
Enemy locked on target. Bingo! Yahoo!
Congratulations! The enemy has capitulated and the coup has failed. The rightful government has been restored to this peaceful country. Your skill as top guns changed the balance. From the bottom of our hearts, we thank you.
The Spiritus is the airborne fortress featured in Ace Combat Joint Assault. It has the highest number of weapons in the series, with a total of 5. By comparison, the Gleipnir has 2. The player battles a total of 2 Spiritus in the game. The word Spiritus means goblin, pixie, fairy, or imp in Romanian. It is only one of 2 airborne fortresses able to do VTOL flying. The Spiritus has a strange ability of flipping halfway up and its face is looking at the sky, similar to a Pugachev's Cobra. This fortress is the main weapon of the insurgent group Valahia and has a sister ship, the lightly armed Orgoi. It had a minor weapons improvement such as IRCM spheres identical in function to the high-powered microwave of Skies of Deception, high-TA SM missiles tested over the Adriatic Sea, and reeds, an electromagnetic shield around the high TASM launchers that effectively defended against everything except ballistic missiles.
Large missile fired from the bottom.
Stop the electro-laser cannons from firing.
Large missile is on its way. Incoming in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Missile down. Prepare a second launch. Disable that cannon again.
Enemy down.
I'm in excellent position. Electro-laser cannon confirmed destroy. Report to allies.
Enemy electro-laser cannon is back online. Large missile fired from the bottom.
Stop the electro-laser cannons from firing.
Large missile is on its way. Incoming in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Number 2, 5, 6, and 3. It's no good. Massive damage to all sections. We've got red lights across the board in all sections. All control has been lost. Complete engine failure. Altitude 700, 600, 500. Prepare for...
The UI-4053 Spherna is a fictional airship from Ace Combat 3. The Spherna's namesake derivates from the hammerhead shark, which belongs to the genus Spherna, known for its wide field of vision. The Spherna is capable of launching and recovering several types of aircraft. Within the underside of the aircraft, near its nose, a small high-powered catapult has been installed. In the rear of the aircraft, a large hangar area was installed. During recovery of an aircraft, this section opens and large arms extend in order to latch onto the aircraft and pull it within its hangar area. The UI-4052 Cralius was a large airship, similar to the Spherna, with the exception of not being a combat vessel, but a weapon itself. Cralius itself is a relation of the family Claridae, which includes the catfish. Everything about it is big, and the aircraft is armed with machine guns and has decent attacking capabilities. Thanks to its size, it can house the Night Raven in its belly.
Bullseye. Warning. Missile alert. Missile alert. Bullseye. Warning. Missile alert. Fire. Damage. Bullseye. Mission accomplished.
The XB-0 Hresvelgr was a prototype heavy command cruiser from Ace Combat Zero, the Balkan War. The XB-0 Hresvelgr's name comes from Hresvelgr, a giant from Norse mythology that assumes the form of a gigantic eagle. The XB-0 featured a bulky fuselage and wingspan, propelled by 6 high-output engines, 3 per wing, that provided 1,350 kilonewtons of thrust each. The gunship's hull plating was fitted with numerous defensive guns and anti-aircraft missile launchers. 2 large, rounded protrusions on either side of the fuselage acted as one of the XB-0's many aerodynamically stabilizing features. Large dorsal and ventral rudders near the aircraft's wingtips enhanced stability, while dozens of anti-shock bodies along the wing's leading edges reduced drag on the airframe. The XB-0 featured port and starboard vertical stabilizers that extended several dozen meters past the gunship's stern.
What's happening with damage control? Hresvelgr, hold your fire. Where are your allies? Locked on. Missile hit. Cypher's unstoppable. He's gonna destroy everything in sight. Get some attacks in around the XB-0 cockpit. That should mess up his steering. The XB-0 has been stripped of all defenses. Take her out, golf team. XB-0 will be out of combat airspace in 10 miles. It's your last chance. The XB-0's taking a death blow. It was Cypher. Cypher did it. Nice work, GOM team. Operation complete. Our death is not the end of everything. The rest is